Got me falling right back.
Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast episode. I believe this one is number 3. For today, we're really going to talk about sort of how to make Minewind better, or sort of let's go back to the old Minewind sort of style. With that, what I would like you guys to do, I don't ask for this very often or pretty much at all, but if you could like the video and also comment in the comment section below your thoughts and opinions as well on how to make Minewind better, or what you would like to see either introduced, taken out, all that sort of stuff. Hopefully we can get this out to Minewind. Minewind can have a look at it, read it, whatever, and sort of react to what the community says and thinks. So we'll get into it straight away. And the first thing that I am going to say, you might see me in this mode now, but yeah, spawn regen seems to I don't know if you'd call it nerfed or buffed, but spawn griefing seems to be quite a big thing now. This hobo up there, who is our special guest today. Yeah, thanks.
Hello.
It used to be quite a quick regen. So when Hobo used to do this, that spawned regen pretty much now. But as you can see with the griefing going on, yeah, it's not doing anything. It's a little bit confusing. I'm not sure why they've done it. That wall has been glassed for about 48 hours now. It used to happen when you destroyed half of this tree, it'd regen before you'd even destroy the whole tree. Now it looks like we have everything. So first things first, oh, there we go. We got a regen. Thank God. We destroyed half of the spawn and it's now regenning. So I would like to see that happen a lot quicker than what it is now. So when a noob does get spawned in or comes to spawn, the first thing they're not greeted to is this shit. It's cancerous.
They're complaining about lag. I think that was me triggering the regen.
Yeah. The regen's going to cause a shit ton of lag.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Look at all the stuff just disappearing slowly.
It's only going to go chunk by chunk, though, so it's only really going to go up to about here.
Yeah, this chunk is not modified enough.
Yeah, which I don't understand. But anyway, so that's the first thing, Minewind. If you could please change that back to how you had it, that would make Minewind better, in my opinion. So we're going to move on. So the two main things that I think that need changing to make Minewind better, both center around PvP. Now, some people might be like, shut up, PvP, oh, well, you're good at Minecraft, whatever. The way that I see it is Minewind is basically a PvP server. People come here to PvP. There isn't many 1.13 or 1.9 plus PvP servers around. So this one offers you the survival side of thing as well as PvP, which made Minewind so unique before with the castles, the baits, all that sort of fun stuff. So, of course, I would love to see an event, but I think they need to do it sooner rather than later. I know they had all their technical issues uploading it to 1.13, but now that it is done, they need to figure something out, in my opinion. I'm not sure if you're the same, Hobo. You like building a fair bit. Are you in agreement with that? They need to bring sort of a PvP event back ASAP.
Well, of course, as time allows, me being a little bit more on the technical side of things, I understand just how much changed on the back end on the code that we do not see. So just to get it on a 1.13 functional baseline probably took a huge amount of work, so much that we will never know, in such a way that it completely broke everything that they've built up through the years. Definitely, I'm sure that they intend on bringing back PvP events. It's just a matter of time, though, because things have to be completely reimagined.
Yeah, which is the whole thing that I first said when they were doing the aqua and stuff like that is, like, please don't update it without having shit that we love in the game, aka PvP.
Software is a process.
Yeah.
So
of
you have to
course.
we're probably basically beta testing new stuff right now for them. Once they get the back end stable, then we can move on to events and stuff. We at least do know that event code does work, so there probably will be a snowy event coming up here shortly.
Yeah.
But the very well coordinated big things like castle, like bait, those might be imminent.
Yeah. I think that should be their top priority at the moment, rather than all these snowy events, the spook event. Like, I know people were calling for it, but you're not going to lose your player base by not running a seasonal event. You are going to lose your player base by not having PvP events, because that's why players play this unique server. Obviously, as you said, coding, I'm not a coder. I don't know anything on that side of things. So sure, it's going to take a fair bit of work. But I think that should be their top priority list, not this other stuff. Which then moves on. So while we're talking about PvP and PvP events as well, the next thing that really needs to change ASAP is PvP logging. So for those that don't know about PvP logging, so if you are in the wild on old PvP, so 1.12 and before that, you would say if I was to fight right now Sean and we're in the wilds, I would hit him or he would hit me and would get a PvP tag. So in your chat, it would come up in a red thingo saying you have been PvP tagged. While you have been PvP tagged, if you log out or lag out, you would drop 50% of your inventory. Whether you deliberately done it, non-deliberately, whatever, you'll lose 50% of your inventory, which is good, because that's if you're in a fight, 1v1, whatever, and that person goes, well, fuck this, I don't want to lose my shit, and logs out, they're still going to lose half their shit. So
It wasn't so much that it was a 50%, you're going to lose 50%. There was a 50-50 chance of losing any and all items in your inventory at that time.
yeah, so
each individual slot was 50-50.
Yeah. So you were going to lose shit. What you lost is maybe, but you're going to lose something. Well, hopefully. So with that, now I think there still is a PvP tag system. I haven't wild fought for a while, but there is no PvP logging. So right now, if I was to get all 5 of these guys to come to the wild with me, and all 5 of those guys decided to hit me, and I logged out, I would not lose a single thing. There would be no risk of losing anything. So yeah, I think that needs to change. Whether it's something that's broken or whether it's something that needs to be recoded, that needs to be in the game ASAP to make Minewind better.
I agree. That's probably the one thing I've seen complaints about the most, is that people are trying to find something or anything to do that'll keep them PvPing, and it's really frustrating when you actually do get to fight some people and then they PvP log and you get nothing out of it like you used to.
Yeah, it just seems like a waste of time. And when you advertise, like an anarchy type server where, if you're in the wild, you've got to be careful or blah, 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 but then you can just log out as soon as someone fights you. It just seems, not what they're advertising, so to say. And I know that a lot of people like it back. So at the moment, for myself, and I know for Hobo, who's in my clan alliance, and a couple of others, there's pretty much nothing for us to do, because even if we do go around and try and find some bases or try and find some wild fights, the people are just going to log out. So there's pretty much nothing for us to do but, stand in spawn like you can see these guys. The only PvP you'll get is, as we saw Cactus just before, having what I like to call a spar, so just a muck around one-on-one fight. Doesn't mean anything. There's no win. There's no loss. Like, if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. There's nothing behind it.
And even I get bored with building all the time. So that's why I'm here at spawn blowing you up, because there's not really a lot more to do.
Yeah. I go in spawn to fight, and still now I've just sort of lost the desire to fight, because it's like I can only fight so much before I'm like, well, there's no point in doing it. I'm practicing for no PvP event, and there's no point in practicing for a wild fight because they're just going to log out. So I do believe we need to bring that back ASAP as well.
And now we're stuck because I don't have any pearls.
Lucky.
Okay, there we go. I just got launched about 150 blocks in the air.
Yeah, I'll just stay down here until it regens in about 40 minutes. Oh, no, here we go.
There's still a percentage of block changes within the chunk.
Yeah. But I think
But it
it's
used to be like 10 or 15%. Now it's like 40%, 50%.
yeah. I was gonna say seems a lot higher.
It has to be considerably modified before it will trigger the spawn regen.
Yeah.
That was probably done for lag purposes because I'll admit I was really, really bored in the past few weeks, so I'll get up at the God Anvil and just launch snowballs over the entire thing and just watch it rebuild itself. And that puts just a little bit of a load on the server. You'll see people complaining about lag. Yeah, that's me. I'm sorry. I'll own that one. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
My bad.
I think just overall though, 1.13 is that laggy. I don't feel like spawn regen is a big deal. When it was
It is
regenning so
nice.
quick, it's sort of like there was no point of doing anything in spawn. There's no point placing blocks or loads of sugar cane like this because it would just disappear in 5 seconds. Whereas now
It
you're
was
just going to
nice
see.
because you get all these people coming on saying, "This isn't anarchy. I can't break spawn." Well, now you can. Noobs,
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd definitely like to see it change back though. So yeah, PvP events, I do believe need to be top priority at the moment. Obviously, it's going to be hard around this break with the Christmas break, family, friends, all that sort of stuff. So I don't think we're going to expect anything soon. I hope Minewind has something planned, or at least communicates with the community that it has something planned or a date, which I don't think is going to happen. But
The devs are people too.
yeah,
They have families and stuff, so they're going to be doing
yeah.
holiday stuff. But we at least know that there's probably going to be some sort of holiday event because the spooky event worked.
Yeah.
Christmas is basically the same type of event. It should just work.
I mean, from a business standpoint, Christmas. We'll bring this up later. Actually, I'll stop now. So speaking of events, the way that I like to see it, so they released their little, we're doing a new Elytra event, yay, woohoo, all that sort of fun stuff. But we haven't really seen it. Again, whether it's coding or not, I'm not sure. But what I would like to see with that is sort of like a larger event twice a week, but at random. So no set times, just completely random. Pops up in chat, hey guys, a larger race in 5 minutes, just kind of like how it used to. But only have it twice in the 7 days. So Monday to Sunday, only have it twice. And with that, have the 3 PvP events per week. So with that, you've pretty much got 5 full days of events, essentially. Which is pretty much what they had before without the Elytra races.
I mean, for a time, those races were happening like daily almost.
Yeah, they're even twice a day at times.
That was kind of fun.
I think that was a lot to do with them just testing it out, seeing how much lag there was when they did run it, or that sort of nitty gritty stuff. But yeah, we haven't seen one. I think we had one during 1.13.
But not during 1.13.1 or 2 or whichever one we're on right now.
I think there was. So there hasn't been one on Aqua. I don't think, or there's been one. I don't know. So either way, so I'd like to see essentially 5 events per week, 2 with the Elytra races where you don't have to be good at PvP, just have a good ping really. And then the 3 PvP events, whether it's the same thing again. I think it was like Thursday American time and Saturday Sunday or Sunday Monday. I don't know, because in Australia we're in different time zones. But yeah, I think to make Minewind better, the more events, the better, but can't just cram full of PvP events because not everyone likes the PvP. And not everyone's
used to have
good.
build events.
Yeah.
I do miss the build events. I placed high in 2 of them.
Yeah. Well, that's the next thing. Like events like that, like the YouTube event was good. I didn't participate in it because, reasons that I won't say on a podcast.
And I didn't participate just because I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm not that type of player.
Yeah.
It's just not my thing.
If you really want to get
How
into
would anyone
editing,
else?
you can see by my videos, I do like absolute bare minimum of editing, and it's not great, but it's there at least. To edit and that will take you at least 5 to 6 hours. Some people just don't have that time either.
Yeah, some people work 50 hours a week.
Yeah. I get half of that, so I'm lucky. But yeah, so I would like to see we're speaking of how to make Minewind better, the duel system to come back, whether we have a hardcore duel or just the duel is what we used to have, whatever, come back. But with that, I would like to see 4 new arenas. And with that, we have another build event. We've got so many new 1.13 blocks that are out now. We have the terracotta that's out now as well. So there can be some really, really good builds. So I would like to see that.
I'm particularly happy about all of the new Prismarine because anyone who knows me and what I build, like I use way too much Prismarine.
Yeah, I've been using it a lot too, but that's another thing. Like the builds that we've got now, which I think you have one of your builds featured in the arenas. They're great. They look good.
Yes.
They're amazing. But let's have an updated version of that and be able to use them with the / duel system. As I said, whether we have a hardcore duel where you can place wages on it, maybe it's like / H duel Abyssal against someone. So you're putting up an Abyssal helmet and that person has to have one in their inventory. When it does, disappears, whatever. That would be a fair bit of coding, but something that they could probably look forward to because I know a lot of people with I think you used to have hardcore duels?
I miss the way it used to be. Yeah, it was hardcore, all or none. You gear up with whatever you're willing to lose, and if you lose, it ends up. You know how the current like claim system is, where you have stuff waiting for you to get.
Yeah.
If I remember right, which it's been a few years, I might not. I would swear that you were able to get all of that. You could do a / claim, and you could get everything they had. But there was a bug with it, to where, like, if they had, like, I guess somehow more than a complete inventory of stuff, there was no way you could get all of their stuff.
Yeah, okay.
I think it had to do with like the 4 armor slots would be over that full inventory. You couldn't pick all of that up through their existing system.
Yeah.
So it had to go because it was flawed and bugged in that way. But
See,
it was fun.
Yeah, that's
actually, didn't screw people by having too much stuff in their inventory.
Yeah. Well, that's where I'd like to see like a hardcore duel system where you could wager something. So maybe if like right now I could put in chat, H duel, WellFedHobo, 10 dragon eggs. And I'd have to have 10 dragon eggs in my inventory. Same with you. If you did H duel accept, your 10 dragon eggs disappear, mine disappear. Whoever wins gets the / claim and they get the 20 dragon eggs. Like, I would love to see something like that.
Even if it was, the way it used to be where you're able to get all of their inventory, you would get a Santa's Rage right now because that's what I have in my inventory. And
Yeah.
I lose it.
Yeah, for sure. So I'd definitely like to see...
Really, it's really one of those put up or shut up type of things. If you're going to talk, you better gear up and you better fight to win.
Yep.
You better come geared to win. Otherwise, you better shut up because you're not going to lose it.
Yeah. And there's no running either. I'm pretty sure when you logged out too, you lost all your inventory. So
exactly. I think it used to say such and such pussied out, and they would I can't remember if they lost something or if it just shamed them in chat. But if you logged during a duel, it would say you pussied out in chat.
Yeah, see stuff like that where it's a bit of fun as well as that. Whether it gets used a lot, I don't know, but it would make Minewind better because as you said, it's put up or shut up. If you're going to sit there and be like, I'm so much better than you, duel. If you're not going to say that, don't duel. Yeah. Fight over blocks, guys. That's what it's all about. But yeah, I would like to see the build battle come back, whether it runs for, you got 2 weeks to make a build, then the community votes on it, or I don't know how they do the prize winning. And just do the same as what they did with the YouTube. Like people can donate dragon eggs. I think I ended up donating about 100 dragon eggs towards the YouTube event. I think Crow did quite a few as well.
I threw a stack or stack and a half, something like that.
Yeah, so that another system of that would be good too. Yeah, I'm not sure how they run it last time, but I'd definitely like to see that back to make Minewind better, get the community involved. For those that don't PvP or don't like PvP or can't PvP, something for them to be able to showcase, their skills. It's not all about PvP sometimes for some people. So I'd like to see that back as well as the duels. And I think that will make Minewind better. So next one we'll move on to is my favorite topic, the seasonal events. So we're talking about Christmas, Easter, all that sort of stuff. First off, I'd like to say please rework or redo Glass Cannon to make it not work on Obsidian. I've called for this so many times. We're going to have a good discussion about this. I've called for this so many times because if Santa's Rage doesn't go through Obsidian, there's no way that Glass Cannon should go through it. The way that...
Cannon is amazing.
I know it's your favorite weapon,
ever.
yes.
You remember the Rainbow Road? 40,000 blocks of rainbow?
Yes, which, as I said, that's well and fine. But if they made that out of obsidian and made the time and effort to make it out of obsidian, it shouldn't be destroyed that easily. So I would like to see Glass Cannon redone, so it's not so good.
Maybe an obsidian cannon.
Well, that would be how I'd like that one. I'd also like to. Here we go. Here's another good one for you. I'd like for them to get rid of Santa's Rage. Now, I know this is going to be, everyone's like, oh, you've got it, that's why you want it gone. The reason why I want it gone is because at the moment there is, I think, 17 different items for Christmas that you can get. So based on the rate of, it takes 300 to 500 mob kills to get one key. So you've got to do 17 times 300 to 500. You're not guaranteed to get a new item every time, so you're going to have to open up around 40 to 50 keys to get every single item. So whoever's good at maths right now, Tat, Len, someone, you guys can do the maths on how many mobs you'll actually have to kill to get every single item.
It's painful, but
Yeah.
you got to grind if you want stuff.
Yeah. So at the moment, I think most events are 14 to 16, 14 actually, most events. The way Christmas works is you got the snowy bows, snowy sword, Santa's Rage, frag. I think I'm missing one other, and frosty boots. So they're your extras on top of your armor, your auras, and all that sort of stuff. So I would like to see that change. I would also like to see the a trident come into it to do something magical. What? I don't know, but let's bring a trident in, get rid of Santa's Rage, bring in a trident, and let's go from there.
I still just wonder, what special powers would a god trident have?
Yeah.
Just trying to think along the lines of everything that's already out there.
Yeah, we've got a lot. Like we've got the whole lightning thing. We've got Zord now, which is the teleportation thing. All things that the Trident are good at. And one thing that I bring up all the time is mining fatigue. Mining fatigue is underrated for PvP. If that Trident gives the other person a mining fatigue, you'll see a lot of the weapons. You see a lot of changes to PvP, I believe.
I could see that going very badly though, because people would, drink milk to get rid of the mining fatigue, which takes away all of the effects of their armors until they remove each piece and add it back.
I mean, as I said, that's just going to bring something different to PvP, which I don't mind, because at the moment it's just bow. Like we have OP bows as it is. People are obviously going to argue that Spooky's OP, whatever. That's up to you guys. But the weapons are definitely more overpowered than what the armor is. So if there is a way to slow down those weapons, which at the moment is Infirmity, is pretty much the only way. Yeah, I'd like to see a mining fatigue type weapon come into play. So yeah. Also, one thing that I did, which we'll move on to our next topic, because there's going to be a lot of people agreeing and disagreeing, which as well, comment in the comment section below if you agree or disagree with the event changes. Let's only have 12 to 14 items, not 17.
Yeah, we definitely want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
So comment below.
So one thing I would like changing, so as you guys can see right now, we do have collision on. So collision works. So if this person tried to TP away right now, they wouldn't be able to because I'll just nudge them away. The old teleport system, you could actually TP someone and move, and they'll be TP to the spot that you accepted. So if Hobo right now sent me a TP request, I said TP accept, he would TP on this block right here, and I could move away. I think that's something that they need to bring into it. At the moment, if Hobo was to TP to me, I'd have to stand still the whole 5, well, it's not even 5 seconds anymore because the lag makes it more about 7. So I'd have to stand here for the 7 seconds. If I move, the teleportation is cancelled. So that is one thing to make Minewind better, I think would make Minewind a lot better, especially with this pushing around system. It is so annoying. If you get people that don't like you, like at Hecto at the moment, I can just push him around. He legit can't go anywhere until he pearls away or something like that.
I do very much like that you're allowed to cancel a TP with movement, though.
Okay.
That was amazing, because I can't tell you how many times I've been in too much of a hurry, type someone's name and then tab and enter, and oops, it's a noob. They don't actually come here.
Yeah. Which is something that you had to really take care of when I first started, I had to make sure that who I was TPing to or who was trying to TP to me. But again, that brings in that anarchy type system rather than just being like, oh, it's safe, just move. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not going to take care, you probably deserve to die in the end. So yeah,
Fair enough.
I would like to see that come back into it. Is there anything else that you would like to see changed or brought back? Being an old school player as well.
I mean, given everything we've talked about, I was happy with how it was. I do think castle battles, as they were getting a little bit stale. I did kind of wish there was more variety to them.
Yeah.
But I'd rather go back to that than have no events at all.
Yeah.
It's been kind of rough. Been having to refocus on just building, which I'm honestly a little bit bored with.
Yeah.
So even I would like to get back to some PvP of some kind.
Yeah, and it gives you something different to do as well, so you don't have to build. It gives you that break in just doing the same shit over and over again. Even if you don't do it every week or every time it's on, it still might be that once every couple of weeks that you go, you know what, I'm bored. I'm sick of doing this. I'm going to go in and test my skills. Really.
That one time a week I can actually make it to a battle or some event.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something to change it up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, so I think most of the community is going to be in agreement that needs to. I think some people as well will be like, even though if that does come back, I'm still not going to come back to the game just because it's taken so long, which is fair enough. You're not going to get your whole player base back just by one decision. But what they have done is lost a lot of their player base by making one decision, which is definitely unfortunate. So that just about does it. So again, thanks you guys for watching as well. Make sure you comment below. Thank you, Hobo, for coming on today. Bit of a short notice, but thank you anyway. So thanks, guys. Like, comment below, and see you next time.